You nervous?
A little bit, yes.
Why does everybody get nervous?
I don't know.
You know, sometimes when I throw cards, just so you know, since this is something about relationship, it's not always a dead end. It's always an opportunity for you to make some changes or for you to possibly get on top of something that you need to fix.
Right.
So, and people, and it really does help. I mean, Lord knows it's saved a lot of marriages that I've helped with.
Good to know.
Yeah. How long have you been married?
Since 2004. So, what?
17 years?
17 years? Yeah.
Well, that's cool. My wife and I are just going on 8 years, and the first 5 were really hard, and now it's like heaven. So I don't know. I'm content.
And mine's the opposite. The first was easy, and then now it's harder.
Well, maybe we can fix that. Let's see what we come up with, okay? All right. Most of the things like I say, well, not most, but all the things I say are usually right on point as far as to what you might be overlooking. Sometimes I'll say stuff and you'll be like, well, no, that's not happening. But then you'll delve into it after and realize, oh shit, that is happening. Present and future. You'll repeat.
Present and future.
Visible and invisible.
Visible, invisible?
Mm-hmm. For me.
For me.
For my house.
For my house.
For my family.
For my family.
For my relationship.
For my relationships.
For what I want to know.
For what I want to know.
And for what might be hidden.
For what might be hidden.
And that God and the saints
And that God and the saints
will reveal the answers to my questions.
will reveal my answers to my questions.
Okay, now I'm going to part it in 3 to the left. And then I'm going to restack them. The first 2 I throw should be something that's going on with you or directly related to you in the middle. This throw is called the Celtic Throw, so I'll throw the first initial cards and then we'll tap on each section, okay? Here we go. Whew. Okay, well, we'll see. Hold on a second, I'll tell you right now. I had to throw down 4 cards because each card's going each way, but it's not good. So there is something that's dark that's going on with you. It says, no new beginning, but it's something from the past. So I don't know, and there's a woman involved who's angry. So I don't know if this is someone in the past that may be dealing in your relationship or get involved in your relationship. Let's just move forward because I have some theories already that are coming to my head that is happening, and I just want to make sure I see it clearly, okay? So the first 2 were, it was the devil that popped up, and then it popped up with no new beginning, and then across that was the past, or a past relationship, and then the bottom card was a woman with the sword, and that's the Queen of Swords, and that's an angry woman. So we're going to go to the past now, and in the past it says, you thought things were good the way you had them, so things were good, you thought everything was going good, right? And then it says, and that was when. So this started like 8 months ago?
I think so.
Okay. And it says, you're discontent as of right now. And then it says something about a trabajo or work. So we'll see exactly what that means. It could mean either one. I just got to throw cards around it. And then it says impatient. So are you impatient?
A little bit, yeah.
Are you a little impatient with what's going on with your marriage right now?
Of not knowing, yes.
Okay.
I knew something was going to happen.
I don't want to hurt you in any way. You know what I mean? So
I've already been hurt.
I know, but whatever you feel, I'll be able to feel you. So, yeah, I don't want to start crying on my card reading. But just let's see where it goes. Let's hope it doesn't go that route, okay? It says something that's not going to work. That's coming up next on the next card. And then going up the ladder. It says that there's no karma. And then it says, but no fruit on the tree either on your future card. We're going to go to the left now, and we're going to put 3 cards down for you. It says a woman who's upside down, so that is you. And then it says with things that are good and bad. So things are good and bad. Nothing's actually really good. You have good moments and bad moments with him right now.
Yes.
And it says, and you feel like things are just falling apart. They're destroyed. It says, and there he is. So there's his card across that. So he's going to come up, he's going to be the last card we get to see, which should be very interesting. Let's go back to the middle now. We'll go back to where the devil is and the no new beginning. I almost started, I don't know if you're getting emotional or whatever, but my eyes already started tearing up, so I try to fight that. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm trying to hold back here, so. It says that not to worry, there's no end. So it doesn't mean that this is going to end. It says, here's this man. So let me ask you something. Have you ever went outside of your relationship?
No.
Okay, good. So then he's still the same man. And is he spiritual at all?
Not really. He says he believes in God, but not really. He has so many doubts.
Okay. That's something that we may need, that you may be able to fix by example here down the road. We'll see. Let me tell you this. I am not a Bible thumper. I'm no longer religious, but I believe in God more than anything. So I believe God's inside all of us. So just so you know, it says, going to the top, it says free. So do you get the feeling that he doesn't want to be married anymore?
Well, yes and no. That's what he tells me. We were separated for 2 years and he came back and I found out about the other woman and then I found out what he was hiding. So he has been unfaithful since my son was born and that was in 2008. 2008.
And do you feel, I mean, because what I'm looking at in the cards, it says to him, this is like no problem. Like he can handle it. I don't know what that really means, but it says no end. So he's probably as confused as you are. What's his birthday? What is his birthday?
January 6th.
81. So you're both 81.
The same age. Yeah.
Oof. Locking horns. And what's her month?
January.
Oh, God, they're both Capricorn.
Yeah, he's Capricorn, I'm Aquarius.
Oh, so am I. I'm Aquarius. Oh, good. You're okay then. I'm just joking. So it says, the problems, it says something about no problem for him, and then it says fortune. So, does he work? Does he make decent money?
He makes okay money. He retired from the military, and then now he's working at a jewelry site.
Okay. It says something about fortune. Maybe for him, he's thinking he's going to be better off. And then here comes the angry woman. This is what I think is a little strange. It says, not sure. So this is actually, so you are angry and hurt. It says you don't know which road to go down. It says, man, he keeps popping up all over the place. He's not just going to be in the last card. He's in everything. It says he's upside down too with love. Like he doesn't know if he's in love with you anymore. Has he told you that?
Yes.
Okay, so.
He told me that yesterday.
I'm sorry. It says, and you feel kind of abandoned. So how old is your kids now, or your kid now?
15, 12, and 3.
Fuck. Okay. Not cool. So you feel upside down as, like, do you feel like you're upside down as a mom? Like, what I mean by that is, like, you can't give them the best of you because you're worried about whether or not you're going to be able to function in this marriage.
I'm worried that I won't be able to provide for them on my own.
Okay. That's kind of what I meant, but I didn't want to put it that way. Let's move forward. It says, but don't worry, there's not going to be any obstacles for you. So, your spirituality isn't, do you talk to God?
All the time.
Okay. What do you tell him? Just curious. Just for help?
The strength that I need to do and move forward. I'm very spiritual.
So am I.
My mother was very gifted, and I believe I received her gift as well, and so did my kids.
So you're intuitive.
Very.
And your dreams as well, right?
I know when he's lying. I can read it. I knew something was going to happen, and I had asked God to tell me the truth, and the truth was the other woman showed up to my house, and there she was.
Okay.
And he told everything. He told me everything.
So
he's confused right now. Like, he's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
and how are you reacting towards him? I mean, are you? I hope you're not. See, this is really difficult because I know your big concern is for your children and whatever else is going on, but how are you reacting towards him as far as I don't want you, and I just advice not to kiss his ass because he's the one who's outside of his commitment at this point.
Yeah.
And I know it hurts, but I need you to be strong. Whatever you're going to do here, even if you decide to work with me or you need help here, I need you to be strong. And it's going to be hard to do that. Okay? Okay. Let's go on. It says, you're discontent. So this is your future card. Your present card says discontent. It says, and slowly, oh shit. It says, slowly no reconciliation, but you return to love. As well as depression. And then it says, but delayed. So one of these is delayed. So sometimes when, how can I put this? When people are going through this kind of stuff, you want to reconcile right away, but you've already been through that 2-year stint where you guys separated. And I think the past is still coming back right now. So I'm waiting to see this girl that's about to pop up. And I kind of already feel like it's going to be the Page of Cups. And what it is, and she's over there. And there's him. So what that tells me is he's indecisive between both of you. So I think he's seen someone. I'm waiting for the specific card, but I'm almost positive already. So we'll move forward, okay? It says things are delayed, but let's see if we can shake this completely out. It says, work and trabajo. It says there is no death. Wow. There's no death of a past relationship. It says, and there's tons of opportunities. So, is he coming home all the time, or he's not coming home, or are we having problems with him time-wise?
Well, he's been home. We were separated for 2 years. He just came back in January. New Year's. That's when everything blew up in my face. I knew about the woman, and he moved home. And then I just found out that after my birthday, he went to the hotel with her. He was hiding and didn't tell me about it. And he was coming home every day. And now, like right now, he's here in in the living room. He's trying to fix my water heater. But he doesn't want to leave. When I told him, if you want to be with her, go. Go be happy. If that's what makes you happy, then go.
Okay.
And part of him is like, he doesn't want to leave. Like, he spent the night in the living room, and like right now, he doesn't want to leave, and he doesn't want to give me a divorce. He doesn't want to let me go.
But he wants to have his cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's move forward. It says things are complete. So what it's telling me with all this is that if you're gonna make this work, and if you're gonna have to set some guidelines. So you're gonna have to sit down and put what you'll tolerate and what you won't. Now, he's a grown man and you're a grown woman, but your trust and your insecurities have to be at an all-time high. And if he wants to stay there with you, he's gonna have to prove to you that there's just you and no one else. Otherwise, he's gonna do this to you again. That's what it's telling me in the cards. Do you hear me? Okay. We'll move on to the next card. It says impatient. So saying you're impatient. It says you could do magic, and what I mean by magic is I'm a brujo, but I practice a whole different way. So the magic I would use would be having you make an offering to God so that you give something up that's one of your vices in return for getting what you ultimately want. And I'll ask you now before I even go any further, just so you know, if I could give you one thing in this world, what would it be? Besides $1 million.
I don't know.
I want you to think about that. I'm going to ask you again when I'm done reading the cards, okay? Okay. It says, here's the girl. So she pops up. It says, brought down to her knees. but tons of opportunities. So we can switch this on this girl as well. And I can tell you kind of how to do that as we go forward. But it's saying she has tons of opportunities to him. So do you know where this girl works? What does your husband do?
He's work in the jewelry.
He works in jewelry. So this is a girl that you think works with him?
No, I don't think she works there, but she knows that he works there. I have a picture of her, but I don't know exactly where she works or her full name.
When's the last time you've been to the jewelry store?
Not too long ago, probably like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
It's not one of them.
Okay. Something's close by there. Something's around there. She's around there. Somewhere. So, and not that far. So just letting you know. It says, going up the ladder, it says, no trabajo, no work. It talks about something that's hidden. In other words, something that's hidden in this world with no fear of loss, but the road's wide open. It talks about no lovers. So the only way this is going to work is if he cuts ties with whatever he's got going on. And it seems like he still has contact there. So do you ever check his phone? Do you check his stuff? Or are you not allowed to?
No, I check his phone. That's how I found out about the hotel.
Okay. And does he have another phone? Have you ever checked his car or looked through stuff or anything?
No.
I would. Just so you know. Because it's very easy to get a little burner phone. So I would take all precautions at this point. Because right now, what's most important is you and your children. And you fixing your marriage if you're going to decide to stay with him. I know you want to stay with him. There's no doubt in my mind. But I know that you're very hurt.
Right.
Okay, so it says, so he can't have any, in order for this to work, there can't be any lovers for him at all, or else you're just going to live in the same circle. It says, for you, there's no karma. It says, for you not to be angry, make a fool out of yourself. So don't do anything that's going to make a fool out of yourself. Like, I know when women get upset, they tend to go crazy, like my wife, but just stay within your means. Show him a different person.
I did. That's what he freaked him out, is that I didn't retaliate when I saw her.
Good.
He was kind of afraid that what was going on with my head because I didn't yell or scream at him.
Okay, good. And what about...
He's afraid of me.
Yeah, that's like my wife. Everyone's afraid of her. What about money-wise? I mean, is he helping you or he's not?
No, he's helping me.
Okay.
Right now, I'm thinking about starting my own business again.
Maybe that'll pop up. We'll look right now. It does say that. So there is triumph. So if I were you, I would start your own business. It just popped up right off the get-go. That's a good thing. And it says, and so your middle child is really affected by this.
Yeah.
Your 12-year-old. And are you doing anything is it a boy or girl? Look, to me it's boy. Huh?
He's the only boy.
Yeah, it's a boy. So for me, it's telling me that there's a lot of confusion. Have you spoke to your husband about that?
Yes, I did. He doesn't really care, but I know Gabriel's the one that hurt him the most, because Gabriel told him that, once a cheater, always a cheater, and he doesn't want to talk to him.
Wow. Okay. We got a lot going on here, so it says we'll move forward. I don't know if do you want to know anything else about your 12-year-old, or you're okay?
Well, he's my 12-year-old. He's my middle child.
Right, but do you want to know anything else about your child? Like what's going on emotionally with them, or if there's any danger coming, or... Yes?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says what's happening to him is not healthy. It says no one's going to get him... He doesn't want anybody to get in between. He's worried about you. So he's really worried about you. Does he see you cry?
Yes.
Okay. As hard as that is, and I know you're hurting and you're going through a lot of stuff, you can't let him...
I try not to, but he knows how to read me. And
okay.
I don't even cry. Like, he looks at my eyes and he's like, are you okay? My kids are gifted as well.
I know, I can tell. Believe me, if you could see my face right now, you'd be surprised. it says you're going to be happy and there's going to be money that's coming. Ooh. But he may. So, do you feel like this is your true love? Because my card's showing that he's not.
I was told that he was my twin flame.
Ooh. My card's just saying that he's not. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a good relationship or can be happy.
My mom always told me that there was someone else.
And she was right. And there still is. So that's why I'm kind of asking you, like, as much. That's why the cards are telling me, even if this doesn't work, you're gonna be okay. Because I see that someone's gonna step up right away. I don't know who, but it shows that someone's gonna pop up really quick. Do your kids play sports?
No.
Okay. Are they involved in any activities, anything?
Not really. My daughter's into art. My son is like into science. Well, they're homeschooled, so they really don't do much.
Right.
But we're going to start working out more together and doing things together, like going to the gym once this whole COVID kind of slows down a little bit. But mostly we're going to be doing things physically as a family.
Good. That's good. Okay. That's just kind of what I wanted to know. So that's kind of what's going on with your son. He's taking it really hard for you. So you want to just be careful with that. And I don't know if your husband, I mean, I'm almost prone to do something on my own just to make him kind of flip. But, I'll leave that up to you. So here we go. It says that there's no fruit on the tree here in the future. It says your marriage alone. So you're married alone, basically, is what it's saying. Basically, you're kind of going through this on your own, and what it means is, as much as you want this to be a united marriage, he keeps doing things that he shouldn't do. And those things are affecting the future for your family, for you. It says there's no son with that, and what that means is things are always incomplete. So how long has it been since you guys were actually good? Like, how long?
Probably before I found out he cheated, and that was like before my daughter was born, my oldest.
Okay, so
she's 15 now, so I guess what, 12, 13 years ago.
12, 13 years ago. So you were only good for 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. It says, don't worry, there won't be any burden on your back. We're going to go to the middle card of the past, which I held out for a reason, because I want to see this. It says past relationship. It says in your home, things are cutting off your head. It says, and when I say cutting off your head, they're affecting you. They're affecting everything around you. It says there's no decision to make here. You need to return. And so it's talking about your business. You need to become self-sufficient. So I don't know what you were doing, but it's the right thing to do. It's not going to be a battle for you. It's going to be easy. It's saying you'll make it. And I think doing that will help turn the tables on him.
What do you mean turn the tables on him?
In other words, you'll be making more money than him at some point.
That much I see, yeah.
Yeah, so do I. And that's why I'm saying, as much as you're worried not being able to take care of the kids, I don't see that going to be a problem. What I do see is you falling apart emotionally.
I think I'm at that point already.
Yeah.
I'm kind of done.
Well, we need to get strong to get through this, though. One of the reasons maybe he doesn't want to leave is because he probably has nowhere to go. But I'm not trying to push him out of your house either. I just want you to stand firm. Let's go to your 3 cards to the side, because here comes this girl, which really irritates me. And then it says good and bad, and then it says destruction. So we need to find this girl. It says there's no defense for what he's done. It says you need to be strong, exactly like I was telling you. It says so that you can keep your family. It says, and then there'll be triumph. It says, otherwise there's no change. In other words, if you decide, here's what I do for certain people and not everybody, but I've already got someone in Texas right now, actually. She's in Houston? She's in Houston, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's in Houston, Texas. But I'm working with her right now, and things are already turning around for her completely. But you'd have to decide within 24 hours if you want to work with me, and then you basically have to do what I tell you to do, because if I vouch for you with God, that means your life's going to completely turn around. But I need to know that you have to realize whatever I ask you to do, you got to do it so that you can get through this. Okay? And then it shows, now here's your husband's card. This is the last card on my deck. And yeah, I want to see what this has to say. It says, broken heart. So he broke your heart. It says, but God's been there to keep you standing. So you are close to God. I'm glad to see that. It says he's thinking about leaving again, but he's not sure what to do. Whoa. And here comes the curveball. So the girl that he's seeing, is she Mexican?
I don't know. She looks white, like she kind of reminds me of Ursula, to be honest.
Wow.
White complected. And then if I could send you the picture of her, you'd be like, yeah, I totally agree.
Ursula is a witch.
It shows that there's someone. I said someone get in between. Yeah, she's upside down. So and remember I said the cups. So she's doing stuff to keep pulling him.
Yeah, I know.
So
that much I do. My candles are all turning black.
Oh, so you are a little brujita. So I like that. But there's things I can teach you from afar. So, but so how do you get your limpias?
I haven't done a limpia. I did one on myself, but I haven't really gone to get one because my mom was the one that would always do them for me.
Okay.
And she's been gone since 3 years.
I'm sorry to hear that. So I'll talk to you about that after, but I also do the limpias and I send the binos with everything. But mine's, even if you don't do it with me, if you're gonna go to get a cleansing somewhere, make sure that it's made with pirul.
Okay.
Because she is doing dark shit. That's why there's evil. That's why there's evil in the beginning of the cards. And now that's confirmed it with me because this is the moon, and the moon is the card of brujeria. It says, going over so it showed her coming back. She's gonna come back again to offer him, so she gets a kick out of this. But the thing is, she's not stable for him. That's why he has nowhere to go. She's a pasatiempo, an aventura, a desgraciada. You understand all that, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's her though, because there's 2 other women. There's one woman, but I don't know if it's her because there's been so many women. And she's from the past. But he was living with her the time we were separated. And
recently, the girl that he messed up with?
The one that he went to go see at the hotel, yes. He was living with her.
He was living with her. Wow. I don't think he can stay with her anymore, though. Something's fishy there. It says, in the last card's money, it says lies and deceit, and then it says tons of stress. So money meaning spending money out of pocket for shit that he doesn't need to be spending money on. And then the lies and deceit that he's doing too, the disillusions. And then the last card, which is upside down, which is, I need my glasses. The 4 of Swords is telling me that there's a lot of stress, not only in your family, but between you two. So I'm going to ask you something very personal. You don't have to answer, but, just for a reason. Are you still having relations with him, or are you sexually having relations with him?
I did, yes.
Okay.
But it stopped.
So you stopped?
I stopped. He says that he can't be physical with me. He says that he feels guilty. And he's been having dreams of sex with different women. When I started doing the vela, I thought he had an incubus. At first in the beginning, because he was having a lot of sexual dreams. But I also see him, like, the 1 minute it's him, like I could see my husband, and then there's the next minute I see something dark and evil.
That's called a muerto. That's what's on his back. But here's the thing. How could you get him clean?
What do you mean?
Well, in order because I can break it for you so that we can push her away. That's not a problem. But breaking it for him he'd have to do a baño. I don't think he would do one willingly.
Yeah, he will. He's letting me do the cleansing on him. Like I did like a limpia on him with the egg, but I didn't use it with Divino. I used it with a coconut.
Okay. And you know that the egg is only temporary, right?
Yes.
Okay. emotionally, I can feel you like a mile away, and I feel for you. So here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you 24 hours to think about it, like I do everybody else. But that's why I need you to be clean, because things are going to come back at you, and we're going to find out what kind of bruja you are. In other words, either I'm going to make you stronger, or you're going to feel it, and then I'll really have to get involved to protect you if that's what it takes. But I need you to think about this for 24 hours. If you think you can take care of it and you got it under control, then, I wish you the best. And you can always get in contact with me for anything. But
I cannot take care of it right now. I know that when I did the Alicia on him, I got really weak.
Yeah. See, what's funny is that I have all my crew here, and they don't understand just how much energy is pulled when you're trying to either clean someone or you're trying to do a trabajo for someone. It takes you way down.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So, well, either way, I want you to think about it. I have you in my heart right now, so I don't want you to fail, especially with this. This is not cool. And my biggest thing is kids. So if you decide to work with me, I want you to send me your son's name, the 12-year-old, and I'm gonna do something to try to keep him intact and make sure that he's okay and that he gets through this. And that's for free. I take care of kids for free. That's my thing. God loves kids.
Well, I wanted to send you my oldest because she almost committed suicide after my mom passed away.
And I've been down that road as well.
And my mother was a big part of her, but I also know that she is a lot stronger. So she was the one that was sending her dad sponsors. And she was sending him carrying shit over there.
Oh, shit.
But I want to keep her safe. I want her not to do things out of anger.
Yeah.
And I know with me, when I got angry, I was attracting a lot of negative, like snakes and black widows and stuff like that.
Right.
So I know I had to change my ways and to be calm. And when all of this happened, like I just heard God tell me, let me handle it. You'll be fine. And that's when the whole truth came out.
Wow.
And I didn't react like the way I was supposed to react.
Right. Well, I mean, that's understandable, what you're going through. But there are things I can teach you. And I always tell people that that's my forte is women. Because I was such a piece of shit, a mujeriego when I was younger, and I hurt a lot of people, my goal now is to empower women. I mean, don't get me wrong, I help men too, but I think women need to be empowered more than ever before because of the way men take advantage and treat them. So just think about it, and whatever you decide, I'll know tomorrow, and then I'll get a hold of you. And then at that point, you'll get my number. And then you'll work directly with me, and you'll need to think about what you truly want out of this relationship and what your limits are and your boundaries. I'll need to know all that because that's what we're going to get. And the other thing is, if this does work and you turn out okay, you may have a side gig because you could help the people in Texas, but I'd always have your back if that were to come up. But I mean, you never know.
Well, that's what my mom wanted me to do. She wanted me to embrace it, and I was the stubborn one that I didn't want to embrace it, and I couldn't explain the things that I would see, the people, the shadows. And since my mom's been gone, I feel a lot more different, and I don't know how to explain these things. And I was going through a psychic medium internship with this lady, but she got really ugly with me, and I decided to end ties with her. But I was able to learn to meditate and go see my mother on the other side. That's
awesome.
Cross over and see my mom. That's what I needed for me to move forward.
You couldn't get in though, huh? You can only get to the actual. There's a line you can't cross in that dimension, huh? Yeah. It's cool that they come to you, but don't you kind of wish you could go in and see the whole thing?
I kind of was, but I was more happy seeing her. She was okay. I got to talk to my brother too, and he told me that if I stay with him, I was always going to look over my shoulder.
Maybe, but there's ways to put an end to that. And there's one trabajo I could do that would be really kind of rough, but I can make it so that he never gets an erection with any other woman again, except for you. Believe me, I'm very capable of a lot of things, but there's a lot of things.
I don't need 24 hours. I want to do this.
I know, but God asked me to give everyone 24 hours. Only because you have a lot to think about, and I'm very strict with what I do. I don't get ugly with you, but I'm very strict. And there is a place called the island with me. So the island means like things could be going really good, and then you think you got it under control, and you're like, no, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that, and I'm like, okay, and then you won't hear from me. It'll go black, and everything will start to turn really quick. When you make a deal with me, I'm vouching for you to make a deal with God, and that deal you can't break with Him. Me, I'm just a puppet, but Him, that's one thing I'm more afraid of than anything in this world. So.
I know that's one thing that's what's keeping me whole right now in the relationship, because my priest told me, and this is why I'm staying in a way, maybe I'm really wrong of thinking it, but he did tell me, if I were to die and cross over, and God was to ask me, did I do everything in my power to save you and save my marriage? Can I say yes? And that's one person that I don't want him to get mad at me.
I'm with you 100%. I know how you feel. That's exactly how I feel. 100%. And people don't understand the gravity of that. I don't think because I've never been that close. But I feel you. I totally feel you. And like I said, he saved my life. So I owe him everything. At this point right now, I need you to take a deep breath and just realize that whatever you want at this point is attainable. Anything. And if we put it in God's hands the way I know how to, you'll look back at this day and you'll be like, I remember when I first met him and what happened. And it'll change your life forever. So I don't want you to cry because you're making me cry. And everyone's crying here. I know it's hard. I mean, I went through it too, and it was really hard, and I've been through so many things in my life you wouldn't understand, but a lot of it was because I kept denying what I am, and my job is to help people, so.
Yeah, that's what I got into doing here, because I like making people feel pretty about themselves.
Well, I think you're going to be able to do both, and I think you're going to be okay with everything. I don't want you to stand alone, so just take some time, think about it, clear your mind, think about what you're willing to do as far as you're willing to go to. God doesn't want that. He just wants me to take care of myself, so pay for the stuff I use, stuff like that. But yeah, no, this is a whole different ordeal. You'll see. Anyways, think about it. Hold tight, and I want you to set the example. I know you're going through, you're going up and down emotionally, but if you truly believe and you truly have faith in God, there's no reason for you to ride the emotional roller coaster. Because out of everything comes a lesson from this point on. And I promise you, you're going to learn this lesson and you'll never forget it. Okay? And it's not a bad lesson for you, but it's one that's going to show you just how strong your faith has to be for you to move that way. And if he wants you to help, that may be why he's putting these obstacles in your path as well. So it might be the greatest thing for you to be a hairdresser and help people on the side and still make money. It's not a tremendous amount of money, but it's money, and it gives you the feeling of gratitude when you truly help someone in God's eyes. I'm trying to get, I tried to commit suicide, so I know I'm never going to go all the way up, but I'll work for him for the rest of my life if I have to. I'm happy with that. So, okay?
And you will be able to help me figure all of this out, what type of person I'm happy.
Yes.
Because I don't even know myself.
I didn't know for a long time. It's funny. I didn't know for a long time either. And he kind of showed me. Like I said, he saved my life. I can't say anything about that. So, yeah, definitely. I'll help you find you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.